Why Google ranking matters for the Indian manufacturing industry. So let's start with simple facts. There are 24,000 searches per second in India. That's per second. As of November 2022, 99.7% of all searches in India were done on mobile devices, and these searches happened on Google. So, what this clearly establishes is that if you want to rank in India, only Google matters. Now, let's also talk about the global scenario. Google is the most visited website in the world. Globally, Google has 8.5 billion searches per day. People usually use Google search around 3 times a day, but this number jumps up to 7 to 8 times when we are trying to solve a problem. And this is relevant for both B2B and B2C. Globally, nearly 50% of all product and services searches begin on Google. Interestingly, 99.37% of the people usually click on the links on the first page. That means only 0.63% of the people move to the second page. 23% of people click on the organic search results. So if we see all this data together, what this is telling us is that if you are not ranking on the first page of Google, then you are missing out on lots of business. Now see this in context of what is happening in the Indian manufacturing landscape, especially since Make in India is where the focus is. As per the feedback from various sources, Make in India initiative led to a radiant growth in the IT and the manufacturing sectors. This has encouraged various global and foreign investors to make investments in India and boost their business by building the products in India. The FDI is expected to cross $100 billion by the end of this financial year. Now, if we add the geopolitical scenario to this mix, and I am quoting an article which was there in the Economic Times on the 23rd of April, the Economic Intelligence Unit reported that India was one of the most improved countries in its quarterly forecast of the best business environments in the next 5 years. 5 years. In the next 5 years. However, the same report also says that India would get stiff competition from other Southeast Asian countries. If we interpret this data that is coming around, we see that the days of China as the main manufacturing hub are numbered. And one sees the efforts of our External Affairs Minister are helping us gain ground globally. India is signing more trade agreements today, and there is a growing interest in India globally. Now let's add all of this together. What I told you about Google, what I told you about the geopolitical scenario, all this global interest means that anyone globally who wants to buy from India would probably start their search on Google. Remember, as I told you earlier, nearly 50% of all searches begin on Google globally. In all likelihood, they would click the results on the first page because that's what 99.37% people do. So if you are not on the first page of Google for the product you manufacture, then you are not likely to get any benefit from this particular trend. In case of India, with this growing interest, more and more people are looking for manufacturers in India itself. And as the data shows, 99.7% plus searches are happening again on Google, and they are being done on mobile devices in India. So as a manufacturer, whether you want to be found globally or locally, you need to show up when someone searches for the products you manufacture. And if you don't, you will have to rely on the high cost of acquisition. The higher the cost of acquisition, the less profits you make. So naturally, the question is, what can you do to appear on the first page of Google? So if you take care of these three things, first, you need to have good content. Not only content for your websites, but also excellent video content for your products that you manufacture. Secondly, you need a website that is structured to handle both mobile and desktop traffic. Now, in some cases, this may mean just redesigning your website, or in some cases, it could also mean building you a new website. And thirdly, you need a top-notch SEO service which indexes your website in the chosen geography for the product keywords that you produce. So these are the three things that become important. Now, one has to remember that regular SEO helps, but what we recommend is a product that we have developed especially for the Indian manufacturers, which is called accelerated SEO. Now, with accelerated SEO, we guarantee you that your products would start showing up on the first page within 3 to 4 weeks. And once the products show up, our team of experts keeps on working behind the scenes around the year, taking care of all the off-page activities to ensure that your website stays on the first page for the product keywords that you have chosen and in the geographies that you want to rank. Now, along with this, now let's also address what the second part of the data shows us. See, 23% of all people click on the organic search results. I just mentioned it in the beginning of the video. So what about the other 77%? So same report points out that over 50% of the people clicked on the Google search ads and the balance came direct to the website. This means that if you wish to completely dominate the search, you also need to have Google search ads and build brand awareness to drive in direct traffic. As digital marketing experts, we understand that managing all this can be a huge problem for a business, simply because this is not your core business. This is not your strength. That is why our accelerated SEO product comes with Google search ads built in as a part of the product. If you also want our help with driving brand awareness in the geographies where you want to trend, we have an add-on package. Now, this package helps you build brand awareness on digital platforms which matter most for A, your business, and B, your industry. Remember, all platforms are not created equal. So we analyze and choose which platform is best for your industry and your business. Now, before you think that this would be very expensive, let me tell you, we believe in Make in India and we want to help manufacturers from India make India great. Hence, we have priced this at a per day price, which is less than having a coffee at Starbucks. Yes, it is less than the cost of having a coffee at Starbucks. Let me leave you with a simple question. What would the additional inquiries that you get mean for your business? So if we can rank you on the first page and you get just 10 orders from this process, ask yourself a question. What is the average cost of each order? What does it mean for your turnover and profitability if you just get 10 orders? Now imagine, what if this was more than 10? Think about it. My name is Vishal Mehra. I'm a digital marketing consultant in India, and I'm also one of the founders of Skirt Marketing. We are a performance marketing agency. We work with e-commerce and manufacturing units, and you can get in touch with us on the numbers given here. Let us help you take your business to the next level. Have a good day. Thank you.